Hey everybody, we're back for a brand new review. Thankfully, as of yesterday, the channel has been revived, essentially. So we're starting off where I left off. So today we're going to be talking about Nonpoints, The Poison Red. It's their 8th major label studio album. Hands down, this is one of their best releases to date. Absolutely, probably one of my top 3 favorites. Right up there with Recoil and, of course, Development as well. I absolutely love those records, and at some point I will be reviewing them on the channel. It'll be probably a little while before I do older reviews, as it was kind of something that I was talking about in the vlog the other day. Some of the older reviews that like older album reviews, just weren't taking off at all, so kind of decided against doing all those for a while, at least. I'm going to be doing them, just not for a while. So let's immediately jump into the track listing. But first, let's talk about which songs were the singles. So the very first single was Generation Idiot, and then I believe Divided and Conquer Them was the second single, and of course the third single was El Diablo. So starting the album off with their first single, Generation Idiot, this is probably one of the absolute highlights of the album. This song is just, it's catchy as hell, it's memorable, it sticks in your head, and it's one of those songs that you're going to get a hell of a lot of replay value out of. It's just one of those songs that you can automatically identify with who the band is too. Just like they have What a Day off of their first record, that is what Generation Idiot is to this record. And that is a 5 out of 5. So the second song on the track, or on the track listing, is Foaming at the Mouth. This song is really awesome. It's heavy. They keep this really cool just pace of heavier, a little bit faster, I want to say it's a little bit more moderate pace than the last record, or even the last couple records. So I feel like, I just feel like there was something about this record that was a little bit more moderate pace, and it's definitely a good, solid, heavy record as well. Foaming at the Mouth is a 4 out of 5. So the third track, Bottled Up Killer Bees, another great tune. They just have these really good, solid, staple tunes on here that are just straight up through and through Nonpoint. If you've ever heard the band, this record is a culmination of, I think, some of the best work that they've done over the years. It feels like you can go back to multiple records that they've done in the past and be like, this song works with those albums, and this song has the stuff that I loved about these albums. It's definitely just, it gives you all those kind of vibes throughout the entire record. Bottled Up Killer Bees is another 4 out of 5 one. Chasing White Rabbits, awesome song, very catchy chorus. I do tend to get that one stuck in my head as well. So I think maybe because I didn't want to be too, like, I really wanted the standout tracks as 5 out of 5. Otherwise, I would have given it a 5 out of 5, but I gave it a 4 out of 5. Just for the fact that I didn't feel like it was as stand out as the other songs that are the main 5 out of 5s. But I still gave it a 4 out of 5 because it's a great track, and I think a lot of people will still like it. Like I said, it's got a really catchy chorus, and I think that's what sells that song. So the fifth track, Standing in the Flesh, another great song, just really solid. I mean, from Generation Idiot down to Foaming at the Mouth, from Standing in the Flesh, those 4 songs are really, really solid, and they make up a great first half of the record. But I also feel like they're a little bit cookie cutter. They all kind of have the same kind of vibe and kind of feel to them. I feel like you get more of the weirder, more standout tracks towards the bottom half. And speaking of that, we get into Divided, Conquer Them. This single came out, and I absolutely fell in love with the song. It reminds me so much of that era of Recoil and Development, which is my absolute favorite era of Nonpoint. I absolutely loved that era, and I absolutely love this song because it reminds me of that, and it has those elements, and I really like that. Plus, the song is just, it's when you go to listen to it, it's one of those songs you can't, I don't know, it would feel wrong if somebody said they really didn't like that song, like they genuinely didn't like that song for a reason, like they actually have a real reason for it, not like, the people that are just jumping on the bandwagon just say they don't like it. Not that kind of crap, but I mean, if you actually really didn't like this, it would shock me. But then again, that's if you're a fan of Nonpoint. So yeah, fans of Nonpoint are gonna absolutely, I believe that they will absolutely love that song. And then it goes into Radio Chorus. Right before Chasing White Rabbits and right before El Diablo, which is the next track after the one we're about to talk to, there were two like prelude intro style tracks that were made for the album. I didn't really include them because they're like literally like not even a minute. They're super short, and I just didn't feel like adding them into the review. It's kind of pointless. There's not really a music thing there. It's just an additive to those songs, and I figured I just might as well mention that quick. But Radio Chorus, again, another one of the really big standout tracks. The chorus to Radio Chorus is absolutely catchy as hell. Ironically, I honestly think it could be a big radio hit song. The only thing is of course, if you listen to the song and you read the lyrics, that's what is kind of, it's like, I don't want to sing a radio chorus. And even though this is probably one of the top 5 catchiest choruses that I think they've ever written. So yeah, it's kind of some irony built into that, but I absolutely love that track. And then we jump into number 8, which is El Diablo. This was the 3rd single, I believe, and probably, I'm going to say it's my least favorite track on the entire record. It's kind of a cool song. It reminds me of, there was a song on Recoil called Rabia or something like that. I apologize if I'm saying that and butchering it completely wrong. But it's kind of that thing. It's sang in mostly Spanish, and it's really cool. I kind of like that part of it, but I don't know, and just it wasn't all that great to me. That was the one song that I'm like, to on the record. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really defend it as well as I maybe should or maybe want to, but it's still a good song, so I gave it a solid 3 out of 5. So number 9, No Running Allowed, another great song. It's right up there. It fits in with like Bottled Up Killer Bees, Chasing White Rabbits, Standing in the Flesh. It fits in with all of those songs really well, I think. It's one of those really solid songs on the record, and so I gave it a 4 out of 5. Promises, another great track. They have these two tracks are just really solid. Both, again, like I said, they fit really well with the rest of the album. I feel like they did a really good job of keeping the album at this line that just everything fits extremely well with each other on this record. You could even change the track listing if they wanted to, and I feel like it wouldn't hurt it. It wouldn't hurt the album. I feel that's how well the album flows with itself and how it works. This record has that really solid, just good, nature to it. So then after Promises, which is a 4 out of 5, after Promises is another really standout track for me. I think it's just because it speaks to me personally, and it's got a really catchy chorus in my opinion. It's called Be Enough. Definitely, I absolutely love it. The chorus line, actually, I was going through the album and listening to it before doing the review, just to make sure I hadn't listened to it in a couple weeks, so I listened to it all the way through again, and that's the one chorus that's still stuck in my head right now. Definitely the catchiest chorus on the record, next to Radio Chorus. So that's, of course, a 5 out of 5. Then we go into My Last Breath, 4 out of 5. I would have given, this is another one of those tracks that I really would have given a 5 out of 5, but I really had the 3, 5, or the 4 5 out of 5s already on the record, and maybe you know what, screw it, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 anyway, because this is a really it's a heavy track, and it's got a great chorus. It's another one of those songs that gets stuck in your head really easily. I think they really conquered that element on this record better than they have on any of the previous records to date. It's again another reason why I think this is one of their absolute best releases in a long time. So yeah, again, just another solid 5 out of 5 track. So that's all 12 tracks of the album. Absolutely, this record kicks ass. It's heavy, it's solid, it's great from top to bottom. You can listen to it, you could throw this on shuffle, and I don't really think it would hurt it. I really don't, because it's such a solid record, and everything just flows well with each other, no matter what order it's in. And it's great. My only gripe about the album really is there were some points where the vocals were doubled and kind of made it sound a little weird, but it's super easy for me to get over, and I think it would be for anybody else. So definitely this album just kicks ass, and that's what I have to say about it. So the standout songs, definitely Generation Idiot, Divided and Conquer Them, Radio Chorus, Be Enough, and of course My Last Breath. Those 5 songs, like I said, the ones that I gave 5 out of 5s basically, those are the absolute standout tracks. I think the ones that are going to draw the most attention for Nonpoint fans, definitely Generation Idiot, and I'm going to say Divided and Conquer Them. That one, it screams that really earlier era of Nonpoint, and so does Generation Idiot. It kind of combines the work that they did on, the self-titled album and The Statement, which are the 2 albums before this, that more modern Nonpoint era, with the feeling and power of like What a Day, from the very first studio album that they did, Statement. There we go. I was trying to think of that the whole time. Statement, yeah. So it's just that really beautiful blend of both of those eras, and it just works. So yeah, definitely check out those 2 songs. My recommendation for it, buy it. That's a hell of a record to support. They're a great band. They're awesome as hell live, and it's worth it. If you're a fan of Nonpoint and go buy the album, you're not going to regret it. So my overall rating is a 9 out of 12. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're going to keep rolling with more brand new videos. Right after this, I am recording my review for Korn's The Serenity of Suffering, another huge album that came out this year. And I'm going to keep on doing some newer releases, including Metallica's new album and Avenged Sevenfold's new album, two great metal albums that came out this year, that it came out just recently too, within the past month or month-ish, yeah, basically last month, I believe. Yeah, I believe Avenged Sevenfold came out in November. I could be wrong. I know it was really cool. We're going to talk about it because the way they released it, it was just awesome, and I just didn't expect it at all. It was just, and that album actually blew me away too. So just some great records to be talking about this year, to be finishing out the year with. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned to the channel because we're going to have plenty of new reviews as well as new vlogs. I'm going to be working on a vlog here in the next day or so, called The Trouble with Small Town Music Scenes. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you soon.